Frank Seravalli, man, what the hell? What the absolute hell is this, man? Why? Oh my gosh, this guy's off his marbles. Marbles, I tell you, marbles. Today, we are heading over onto the Daily Face-Off trade targets board for the 2025 NHL offseason. Because my oh my, did Frank Seravalli just deliver the big blows to Vancouver Canucks fans? What the hell? Okay, let's go out there and read this. It'll be linked in the description. Obviously, there are 20 names on the trade targets board, so that's like 20 potential videos that we could go out there and make. But I wanted to make one video about one name because, man, this one kind of stings. Peterka, Carlson, and Anderson lead the top 20 trade targets for the NHL off-season. So 20 names, let's scroll down past JJ Peterka, past Chris Kreider, Marcia So, Erik Karlsson, and others, and go over onto name number 18. It's Thatcher Demko of the Vancouver Canucks. 29 years old, who played 23 games in 2024-2025 with a .290 goals against and an .889 save percentage and 1 shutout. Demko has 1 year remaining at $5 million AAV. Here's the scoop. The Canucks have an interesting dilemma on their hands. They have a talented goaltender who is one of the faces of the franchise dealing with a significant injury. He battled through it and put up respectable numbers and looked great on some nights. But the Canucks also re-signed Kevin Lankinen to a 5-year extension, and Demko's deal is up after one more. Will they try to move him, or do they like the tandem? Demko seemed awfully loyal to Coach Rick Tocchet, so I'm wondering if a reunion in Philadelphia is possible. Frank, why do you have to go out there and do this, man? Come on! Now, I get it. Frank Seravalli is a guy whose reputation amongst NHL fans as a reporter, insider, and analyst has been questioned to various levels. Although, I think nobody is doubting that the guy does have insider sources and he is in the know, he is connected around the league. There's a reason he's always getting brought onto these shows on the radio, and there's a reason why the entire Seattle Kraken expansion draft got leaked before it was actually revealed. Thank you, Frank Seravalli. But to see him go out there and list Thatcher Demko on his trade board, and also bring up the idea of him going to Philly? Like, I hope this is just spittin'. I hope this is just going out there and shooting the crap for whatever reason. But the Vancouver Canucks trading away Thatcher to Philadelphia to play for Tocchet, I mean, what even would the Canucks get in return? Send Vancouver Matvei Mishkov and then we'll talk. You know, the idea of trading Thatcher Demko has started to slowly seep into my mind, and that is also part of the reason I wanted to make this video. I didn't want to make an entire, Frank Seravalli, this and that kind of commentary, because I don't know if you've been paying attention to the AHL and the American Hockey League, but at this moment in time, the Abbotsford Canucks are in the Western Conference Finals. They are amongst the final 4 teams in the AHL, still alive and still vying for the championship. And in the AHL, you have Artur Shilovs, who has gone out there with 4 shutouts in 12 games. He's got a .173 goals against and a .936 save percentage. This guy is all of a sudden looking amazing again. These are some of the best numbers he has put up since that Latvia World Championship medal all those years ago. Shilovs has been fantastic. And the question is he good enough to potentially challenge for a backup spot next year? If the Canucks don't want to go with 3 goalies, if they already committed money and term to Kevin Lankinen, and they have Shilovs, who is good, if Thatcher Demko is still kinda fickle on his health, if you're not too sure that he can be an option for your team, then maybe a trade actually isn't the most irrational thing in the world. Yeah, I get it, Demko was a Vezina nominee last year. I'll still stick with that idea that if Demko just played the full year and he didn't get hurt last year, there was a lot higher of a chance that he might have actually won the Vezina in 2023-2024. And of course, that's part of the reason why anybody suggesting a Demko trade will be met with varying levels of criticism. Like, how can you go out there and suggest this? It's like treason at this point, trading away Thatcher Demko? But now it's like, they did commit money to Lankinen, and Shilovs has been very good in the AHL. And I'm not saying that either of those two things completely dismisses Thatcher Demko as an option for the Canucks long-term, especially if they're able to re-sign him to a reasonable dollar amount. But with all these factors surrounding the Canucks, plus the fact that he does need a contract a little bit into the future, I'm starting to understand why Seravalli's including Demko on his list. You know? It is just kind of funny that Philadelphia is listed as a team here. Oh yeah, like the Flyers, head over to Rick Tocchet's team one more time. I mean, hey, it makes sense. The Flyers do need goaltending support for 2025 and beyond. Like, I'm sorry, no disrespect to the Fedotovs of the world and the Samuel Ersons, but all of these guys were sub 900 save percentage this year. Yeah, it wasn't really great. Now, Rick Tocchet Hockey, we'll see whether or not Rick Tocchet Hockey is able to bring more out of these guys. But now, because Rick Tocchet is in Philadelphia, now we're seeing a bunch of other players potentially get linked to the Flyers and potentially get seen as options for that team. Oh, could Connor Garland go and join Rick Tocchet? Could Thatcher Demko join Rick Tocchet? Like, just package them both, man. Get the Canucks Matvei Mishkov and Owen Tippett and they're gonna be fine. Fine, I tell ya. As long as they can get two quality roster forwards that can score, you can send Thatcher Demko over there and I'd be okay. But ultimately, I wanted you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this ridiculous, but not really too ridiculous because it's actually understandable trade idea. Do you think Thatcher Demko could be on his way out, just thinking about the Canucks and the surrounding context of goaltenders outside of Demko? Lankinen, Shilovs, you still have Tolopilo, whom the Canucks are seemingly very high on. Do you think these guys really do put Demko in a more vulnerable spot, especially when you consider the vulnerability of Demko and his own health? Does that become an easier decision to make? Like, hey, sorry, we're just gonna not even give you the chance to walk away from our team for nothing. We'll have to trade you. We'll send you to Philly. You can be the #1 goalie there, and you can play under Rick Tocchet. Article is going to be linked in the description. There are 19 other names that Seravalli lists and writes about. Also, Elias Pettersson is on that list. He's last. He's 20th overall on the trade board. So we could make a video about that, but I wanted to focus on the Demko Philadelphia angle here. I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Is this idea actually worth talking about? Or is this just a big nothing burger that we should not have even tried to cook up in the kitchen here? Thoughts in the comment section below. Flyers fans, what do you think about it? Let me know as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.